Hello,
Everybody, welcome. So glad you made it
welcome.
today.
Hello. Thank you for
Hello.
joining. As you're coming in, if you can, please turn on your camera. I'm really hoping to connect with all of you.
All right. Hi, I'm Judy, and welcome to another Autism and Entertainment webinar. This one's called Building an Authentic Brand with Alexa Phelece. So it should promise to be fun. Our mission is about increasing employment for folks on the spectrum in the entertainment space. And we do that by changing the way organizations view autism and having them be thinking, I need to be neuro inclusive, not just inclusive based on other factors. And it's about sharing resources with them and with you and helping you on your journey. And this particular webinar is unusual. It's not about a writer. It's not about a animator. It has two parts. One, it shows you about an influencer, which is something that is very helpful for you on your career. And so I think that Alexa not only has information to part about what to do, but information to part about her journey and how that might be relevant to you. We fund ourselves through membership, so we'd like to encourage you to join if you haven't already. Many of you have already joined, and I thank you. I'm just going to share a few members own some activities. So one is You Better Ask Paul. This is a new discussion series. This is for members only. And Paul has assembles a group of people from the industry where you can just ask questions. The last one we had was this week, and it was with Robin Brooke and Danielle. Robin Brooks, a voiceover teacher, and Danielle, who's a very prominent agent, and so is really kind of helping people who are interested in voiceover acting. We also have the talent book, and I see Shad there, so I know Shad's discovered the talent book. I've been running the Facts series. We had the second session last just this week, and it's a way of just talking about the journey and sharing different stories of people who are in process and some suggestions and resources. And this week we had Josh Bass, Diane Lamons, and Catherine Wells from Exceptional Minds. And here we were talking about mentors and people that you know. We also talked about Regional Center and Department of Rehab and Workforce Development and some of their resources. And these sessions were recorded. And with that, no further ado. Hi, Alexa. You all set? Let me spotlight you for all to see.
Yes, I am. Can I please share my screen?
Yeah, you should be able to. I think you're. Can you try? I
Yeah.
think I made you a co-host.
Can everybody see me? Can everybody see
Yes.
what I'm sharing?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Alexa. I'm going to really encourage you to use all those emojis on the bottom of the screen. If you see them, please tap them right now. Pick any one you want, find one that speaks to you, and just tap away right now at the hearts, the stars. We've got something, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. This is so important for me. It's such a wonderful way. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Marlene. I see you tapping away the heart. This is such an important communication tool for me. So I know that you're with me, that we're still connected. I won't be talking for the full hour, like Judy said, but there is a lot of really cool stuff that we can talk about. I know the topic of conversation today is to really just improve your relationship with social media in the professional space, right? All of you are professionals. You're all in the entertainment world, the voiceover world, acting world. Social media and how you present yourself online is so important. We really live in a gig economy. Okay, so being able to really represent yourself online is really important, and it's going to support any other representation you have for yourself as actors and actresses and models. If you're an influencer already, or you identify as an influencer or creator, can you send me some more hearts or stars or smiles? I just want to see how many people are already actively posting online because they've got something to say. Okay, Marlene says hearts, hearts. I know. I see Marlene's post. I see her post. She's on it. She's always posting with purpose. That's right. Anyone else posting online right now? So, okay, great. Well, posting with purpose is definitely the topic of conversation today that I want to talk about. I believe social media can be used for good. I think social media has the power to do a lot of good things, to spread love, to spread light, and to spread a message that aligns with who we are as people. A message for me that's always been everybody deserves love. Since I got into the modeling industry, I have had a voice in my head that has repeatedly told me everybody deserves love. You deserve love. These people deserve love. We all deserve love. The question is how do we give ourselves the love that we deserve now that I know that we all deserve it? And that's the research I do with my nonprofit, Everybody Deserves Love. But when I'm online, I like to make sure that I'm posting with purpose, and it's always going to be about spreading that message. That's how I like to be a force for good online. So I'm going to go over briefly over the first 3 chapters of my book, Posting with Purpose, because I think that that's really going to be the main takeaway that you guys are going to be looking for today. And the question I want to ask you is, why are you using social media? I had a message that really spoke to me, and I knew that I needed to get it out into the world. That's why I was posting. That's why I am posting. That's why I'm still talking about social media today. I've been able to create a lot of inclusive, loving spaces because I use social media to post with this intention, with this purpose. So why are you using social media? Can some of you, all of you, preferably just drop in the chat right now, why are you using social media? Or say out loud, just turn on your mic and just share with us, just a couple voices. Why are you posting? Why are you using social media? Why do you think? And if you don't feel like sharing it, maybe just write it down. There'll be a lot of reflection opportunities in this workshop. And to get the most out of it, you should be either taking notes or participating through the chat. Okay, and Kim, I'm sorry, I just saw your message. Please talk about what a brand is and how you create it for yourself and why you need one. I need to know the basics, please. I don't know how to use social media. I'm interested in learning. Wonderful.
I use social media to see what a popular movie is all about and get hype for it.
Okay, thank you, Christian. You use social media to keep updated on things you care about. It's not like movies.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. Judy uses social media to change the world for the neurodivergent community. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, I have one. I use social media for my artwork.
Okay, so you share about your artwork.
Yeah, I do social media for my art challenges.
Okay, wonderful.
I take on art challenges on social media.
Thank you, Charlotte.
I learn about new things on social media.
Learning new things, expressing your art, changing the world for the neurodivergent community, like Judith said. Christian said looking up his movies or things he's interested in. These are all such amazing reasons why you should be on social media. There are some reasons why I believe we should not be on social media. And I want to talk about that too. Can we talk about attention? When I first started my journey, I was really struggling with my self-love journey and my self-confidence. And I can honestly admit I was on social media because I wanted attention. I wanted validation. I wanted a confirmation that I was deserving of love and I was deserving of being seen. And I deserved to be heard and be represented in the world. And posting from that place of needing attention didn't lead me down the road that I was hoping to find. But instead, I found my purpose. I found that some of my struggles were actually going to turn into my strength. So it's really important that when you're using social media, whether you're using it for personal or professional, you know the reason. And you have to be honest with yourself about the reason. If it's just for personal, that's fine. But if you're using it for professional, you really need to be intentional with how you're going to use it. So this is a journal activity inside my book that I really love to do with any participants of Posting with Purpose. There's a few questions here. I know we don't have the time today to really get into this and reflect on these. So you can either screenshot this or write them down, but you should be asking yourself these major questions if you want to continue to understand why you're on social media, because when you're grounded in your why, you're much closer to posting with purpose. And it can always bring you back to posting with purpose. So what do I want to share with the world? You have to ask yourself, if I'm here for personal and I just want to get validation, then maybe my account should be private, or maybe I should just start a text chain with my friends. Or maybe I want to share with the world my deepest thoughts, my most philosophical thoughts, or maybe I want to share with the world my art or something I'm creating or something I really believe in. So this should be public. This should be with everybody. This should be shown to the world. Knowing what you want to share will help you get closer to how you want to show up online. Is it going to be more public or is it going to be more private? That's very important. So yeah, how do I want to show up online? Am I going just to talk to my friends, or am I trying to share my message with the world? Because you might present yourself and your authentic brand differently with those two things. And actually, I'm using the word, as I use the word brand, I just started thinking about what Kim had said earlier. She wants to know what a brand is. And I didn't really go over that. Does anybody know what a brand is? What do you think I mean when I say brand?
YouTube.
YouTube is a brand. Yes. Great example. Anyone else?
Instagram.
Instagram is a brand. Yes. It is a brand. When you see that pink little square with the camera on it, that you know that brand identity says Instagram. Just like when someone is creating content that represents their brand, their personal brand, your audience is gonna see that and be like, boom, that's definitely Marlene Sharp, or like, boom, that's definitely autism and entertainment, or boom, that's definitely everybody deserves love material. So when you create a brand, you create an understanding between you and the world around you, or your customers, your audience, your clients. And there's visual components that make that brand relatable and known. And there's also emotional components that come in that make that brand known and trusted. So when you're building a brand, consistency is really important. So who you choose to show up within these questions, how I'm asking, how do you want to show up online? You always want to show up in a way that is authentic and truthful to you. It doesn't mean you can't change, because you're allowed to change. You're allowed to grow. It's okay that you're not the same person you were, or maybe your brand is slightly changed from, 10 years ago. But you always want to try and stay in alignment with what you believe your brand represents and how you connect directly to your people. Like I said, posting with purpose can be such a long journey. I'm trying to give you a lot of information in a very short amount of time. So if there's any questions along the way, please don't hesitate to ask me later, or just even in the chat, we could talk about it towards the end. So now that we know a little bit more about what a brand is, right? A brand is an identity that feels familiar to you and someone else, and it's consistently showing up as that identity. You want to do it in a way that makes people feel good, hopefully. That's my goal with Posting with Purpose, is to bring joy and love to a very dark internet world. So the next question you want to ask yourself is, how do I want to make people feel when they see my content? Are they laughing? Are they smiling? Are they feeling sad? What is the feeling? Charlotte, do you mind sharing about how you want people to feel when you show your art?
Oh,
How do you want people to feel when they see your art online, Charlotte?
well, they often, whenever I show my work, my new artwork, I receive positive likes and reviews. They admire my pop culture style and how I'm trying to mimic that art style, and
Yeah.
how I use different colors and once I get the image on my head, I put it down on paper or digitally.
Beautiful. So when people see
And
work, they feel happy, they feel positive, and they are interested.
yeah,
So what do you
I even started making backgrounds in AI.
Okay, cool. So what do you
And I'm starting to use AI stuff now. Although I'm a little afraid to show it, but they don't notice the backgrounds were alike.
Okay. Okay, cool.
It takes practice to learn a new skill or to learn a new art style. But somehow, with practice and patience, I seem to master it.
Yeah. And everybody just send hearts to Charlotte right now. You really brought the whole message home, Charlotte. What am I learning? What do I hope to learn or build through social media? Right? You're there on the
I usually say to myself, don't be afraid of trying something new. Even if they don't like it right away, you can still master the style. Like AI.
Yes.
If you get a lot of hate, they'll soon appreciate your style in AI.
Yes.
That's what I believe.
I believe you're right, Charlotte. And Judy needs to bring me back so we can talk about
Sometimes you just gotta take that leap over the cliff.
Yes.
It's like leaping for faith.
Okay, Charlotte, that was such a great share. I think Alexa wants to move on to the next topic, but thank you so much for sharing. And Alexa, we're anxious to learn about what's next.
Thank you, Judy. We definitely have to come back to the topic about how social media impacts our self-esteem. That's a whole nother workshop. I'm really trying to focus on authentic branding. But basically, these are a few questions I want you to ask yourself when you are grounding yourself in your why. Why am I online? Because you are a whole person, even without social media. You don't need it, okay? Let me tell you right now, is it a helpful tool? Yes. Do I advise you use it? Yes. But you can live a wonderfully beautiful life without any social media as well. So I always want to advocate for that because mental health is most important. So when you are asking yourself, why am I on social media? Make sure you're asking yourself, what do I want to share with the world? How do I want to show up online? How do I want people to feel when they see my content? What do I hope to learn or build through social media? And what is my goals beyond the likes, the numbers, or going viral on the platform itself? Okay. So spend some time asking yourself those questions. That's all going to contribute to your brand. And I do want to just touch on this page. I just want to break something down really quick. Okay. What social media is versus what it isn't. Okay. Social media is a place to connect with people. It's a creative playground. It's a digital scrapbook of your life. It could be a space to express your ideas and your identity. It could be a tool for your business, your branding, and your storytelling. And it can definitely be a place to learn or grow or be inspired. But social media is not where we go to replace real life connection. Okay, it's not a place where we go to substitute for real mental health support, even though you can find inspiration there. It's never going to be a measure of your self-worth. It is not where you don't have to be perfect online. Okay, and it's not a scoreboard for who's winning. If I have more followers than this one, you never want to see those numbers as a way to value yourself at all. And it's definitely never a place to fight people. Okay, bullying online, arguing with people online, I don't support that. Okay, so I'm going to move into my next chapter, which I want to talk about, which is, this is the one we really want to go through, leaning a little bit more into the authentic voice online. Okay. Has everyone heard the term vocational? Like, oh, this is my vocation. Anyone has ever heard of that? So I actually just recently learned that vocation, similar in my brain to the word career, is actually, the word goes back to, I think it's like ancient Greece, and it means voice, right? And sometimes we have this inner voice inside us that we have to get out, and it can become our vocation. And for me, helping people become themselves in their most truthful way is my vocation. I want to use my voice to help you use your voice. So you have to ask yourself, what does my authentic voice online look like? Kim, when you were asking me earlier about how to use social media, I would tell you, use social media to share your most truthful voice that aligns with your purpose, your professional purpose and your heart's purpose. Okay, so let's break that down. If I flip burgers, do I need to have an Instagram that promotes flipping burgers? No, but you could. You absolutely could, if that's something that you feel like your voice wants to share. But your online voice is powerful. Every caption, every photo, every story all contributes to your brand identity. Okay? You really never know how you're influencing someone online, but you can always try your best to influence love, light, and something positive. So when you're posting online and you're using your voice, really intentionally use it for good. Ask yourself, is this going to leave somebody happy? Is this going to leave someone upset? What is the intention behind what I'm posting? And does this make sense for my voice and my message? You always want to bring it back. You might just be out in public and say, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I want to take a picture and share with all my friends. And before you do that, you have to ask yourself, does this go on my social media because it represents my brand voice? Or does this just go in my family group chat because this is more of just like a friendly family, less professional thing we want to share? Asking yourself those questions are really important. So the magic of purposeful posting. Most people think posting with purpose means posting to just inspire or start a brand, but purposeful posting is so much deeper than just a strategy. For me, it means showing up with a desire to make an impact. So that leads into human services, right? You have the power to really influence somebody. So when I first started sharing pieces of my life online, my eating struggles, my body image issues, my own healing journey, my vulnerable truths, I didn't post because I was confident. I was really posting because I was trying to survive. I was looking for community. I didn't have professional support. I didn't have mental, emotional support. So finding community online really was my only outlet. And there were some good in posting aimlessly and just openly and just vulnerably, because it did lead to some authentic connections. Like I was able to get a hold of Ashley Graham, and Ashley Graham was one of the first sponsors of my nonprofit. And she really helped me spark the whole movement around Everybody Deserves Love, really giving people their dignity back around body shame and mental health. So that became my voice, my purpose, my authentic brand. And everything I've done up until that point always goes back to that. I've sometimes stray from my authentic voice, but using this posting with purpose journal had really been a helpful tool, because it always makes me ask those important questions that get me back to where I want to be. So your story holds power. Okay, so I posted a picture of myself in a bikini a long time ago, like in 2017. And it was me just trying to be confident, showing off that my body and the body of the model in the ad were both equally deserving of representation in the fashion industry. That was my message. And there was so much hate that I actually got negative attention. There was on Fox News, or you can even go right now on Google, Alexa Phelece body shaming, Alexa Phelece fat shaming, Alexa Phelece bullied online. And there are articles and articles about me in this bikini. And it just made so many people upset that I said I was beautiful and so was the model who was in the ad. I wasn't represented, or a plus size girl wasn't represented in the ad, but that's okay. They still had my size, and I was grateful that I was grateful that they did have my size. But anyways, using my brand voice and staying true to myself, even though it's a little scary, it actually turned into something so much bigger. The Everybody Deserves Love hashtag instantly started to blow up. Strangers that I didn't even know from all around the world were messaging me, telling me that they supported me and they were happy that I was celebrating my body. It made them feel like they could celebrate their body. And it went so much beyond plus size. all abilities, right? Everybody is unique and different in their own way, and they deserve love and representation and ownership. So I ask you to be vulnerable, but I also want you to be aware that it is a professional platform. Most social media sites are for professional use. So though you want to be vulnerable, though you want to show your soft side, Jacob, though you want to show your soft side, Shad, you still want to make sure that you're being professional on these platforms. Okay, authenticity is sharing what you're ready for. It's what feels aligned. It's sharing what helps, not what harms. It's about sharing with boundaries and sharing real moments, not just curated perfection. But oversharing can be harmful because there are bullies online. And so you have to be prepared for whatever you share, your most intimate, vulnerable insecurities. If you share them online, someone will eventually use it against you. That's a promise. And I'm just going to say it. I want to keep you safe. I want to keep your heart safe and prepared, because when you have a message or you have a purpose and you really want to show up in the world and represent the best version of yourself, you want to be honest and vulnerable, but be ready for the battle. You have to confidently stand in your truth. So make sure you don't share anything that you're getting pressured into sharing, that you're not ready to share, or maybe a part of yourself that you're not as confident in. I do believe in taking risks. I do believe that sometimes you do have to post even when you're not 100% on it, but you never want to do it to a point where it's causing you mental or emotional anguish. Okay. And I really just want to wrap up with this, posting, because I think we said we wrap up the conversation around 12:30 and then we can do Q&A. Posting isn't just about sharing. Okay. Look at what I did. It's really cool thing that I want everybody to see how great I am. Yeah. We want that. Yeah. Go Mark, go Christian, go Kingdom, right? We want that. But people want to be led. People want you to share that achievement, that love, that light that you've now just done, right? So, yay, Jacob is a famous, and Jacob, I keep using your name because your face is right in front of me on my screen. Sorry, I'm not trying to pick on you, but your face is first. And they want a piece of it. Oh, he did so good in that voiceover. How do I get a little piece of that? Right? So they're happy for you, but also they also want to learn from you. So remember, you're a creator, you're a student. You are coming online as a storyteller or a community builder. You're so much more than you think you are to other people. I want you to know that you are so powerful. So when you're leading online or when you're posting online, just know that you're leading with an energy that people will follow. I often get told that people follow me because I'm like the big sister that they never had. And that to me is so, so important. That makes me feel so special. But it also makes me think, I need to be consistent. I need to show up real. If they see me as their family member, I need to be thoughtful. I need to be human focused. I need to be heart centered. I don't want to just post, oh, the jerk off just cut me off in LA traffic. I'm going to be really careful because I'm not only just sharing, but I'm leading. So if you're a leader, do you want people to follow you? And if they're following you, where are you leading them to? Are you leading them to something empowering? And all of that ties into your brand voice and who you are and how you post with purpose. So I hope I didn't talk your ear off. I hope you're still with me. I'd love to open the floor for some questions. I know, Charlotte, you were doing so good sharing. Does anyone have any questions for me? This book is like 100 and something pages, so there's a lot more to share. but for now, I'm really grateful for just this little bit of time to hopefully support you, educate you, inspire you. Okay, Kim and Christian. Okay, first Kim, how often should a person post? Ooh, yes. So this is a good question. I often say, and let's see if I have the page closed. I often say that when you're posting more, the better. The algorithm rewards people who are posting regularly. The question is, how much how much capacity do you have for posting? If you have the time to post 10 times a day, do it, especially if they're quality pieces of content. If it's just randomness that doesn't really make much sense, don't post it. But if you have the time, more the better. But I like to see that someone's posted at least a couple times a week, every other day. And even on my own account, I don't post every day. What I like to do when it comes to posting schedule is do it in advance. For example, Kim, if you're creating content for Instagram, you can pre-schedule in Instagram. And for me, I have usually Sundays are my day off. So I sit on my couch and I just edit all of the amazing content that I've taken throughout the week. And I try to pre-schedule it of like at least one a day. But that doesn't always happen. You asked, where do you post? Okay, that depends. That depends on who you're trying to reach. Is your brand speaking to young people, old people, streamers? It kind of just depends on your demographic. But I recommend all things Meta. Facebook and Instagram is the best place to start. The best place to start, I think, for any brand. Okay, Christian, you had your hand up, and then I'll go back to Kim.
My question is, this. My question is this for you, Alexa. Are there times that do you have any advice for posting stuff like on Instagram that should be like to fun stuff that can be related to things that can be for fun postings and make it more fun and also and make it more fun and to stand out to the crowds.
Okay, so Christian, your question was, do I have any suggestions on how to post in a way that's more fun? And what else?
And to
stand out.
Yeah.
Stand out. So do I have any tips on how to stand out and how to be more fun?
Yes.
Do you feel like you have a fun personality?
Yes.
And what do you think makes you fun?
Go to the movies and sporting events.
The things you do, the things you fill your life up with is what makes your life so fun. Is that right?
Correct.
So I would suggest that you be yourself and that you premeditatively or prepare for content in those moments. For example, set up a tripod inside the movie theaters, and when you open the door, it's you walking through the doors at AMC, and then pause, set the tripod up next to the guy who takes the ticket. You might need to ask permission, but set the tripod up and then record, walk back around. Now you're filming yourself walking up to give him your movie ticket. And then boom, you're getting your popcorn. I would move the tripod over to the popcorn. And then you're filming yourself walking up to buy your popcorn, right? Maybe you're with your friends. You do a video of you guys laughing or sharing or throwing popcorn at each other. Maybe sharing little bits of your experiences when you're out and about, a little bit like a vlog style, could be more fun because you believe what you do in your life is what's most fun. I suggest being yourself. So if you're doing things in your life that are really fun, then being yourself will get you there.
Thank you.
Yeah, does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Kim, she says, how do people find you? Okay, that's such a good question. How do people find you? Okay, people find me online because I do a lot of collaborative posts, which means you tag other people in your post. Marlene and I, for example, have done a few things together where she'll tag me and I'll tag her. So my audience sees her, her audience sees me. We're both aligned with each other. Our brand voices are, I would say sisters. So that's one way to get exposure. Another thing is hashtags. You can use 5 hashtags on Instagram that will help you get some exposure. But the best way to get exposure and for people to find you is through understanding the algorithm that plays a role in reach and views through the app. So LinkedIn algorithm is going to be slightly different than TikTok or Instagram. So understand the platform you're on and how that platform gets you more reach and views. It might take a little bit of research or coming to another one of my workshops. But understanding the algorithm and how it operates and how it pushes for reach is really important. Hopefully that helped a little bit, Kim. Kim has another question. Do you have a personal Facebook and a professional Facebook? Since Facebook requires you to use your own name, if you want more than one Facebook and Instagram, how do you do that? That's a really good question. Facebook, and I do have a personal Facebook and I do have a professional Facebook. I wish I could delete my personal Facebook, but I believe I needed my personal Facebook to make my professional Facebook. So that still exists, but I do not allow anyone on there that I don't know personally. This is where we go into being private. I think it's really important that you keep your professional presence. My professional presence is a little personal, and that's a part of my authentic brand voice. I want to feel like family. I don't want to feel corporate. I'm not a corporate girly. I know I can help people and impact people by being a big sister vibe. That's my voice. But yours might be different. You might be more stoic and more corporate, and that's perfectly fine too. So just make sure whether you're creating a personal or professional account on any platform, it aligns with what you think your professional brand voice should be. If you want to make more than one Facebook and Instagram, I just suggest giving yourself another name. Maybe your business or your brand has a slogan or a logo or something else that's going to be easy to find. I would just create a separate account. Since you can't do the same name, it might be a little confusing. Marlene wants to know the difference between a hashtag and tagging. Oh, that's a good one. So there is a difference between hashtags and tagging. Hashtags are the text you put in a caption, and the caption is the message underneath of the written text underneath a post. And those hashtags can be used to find you. You can use them to search. So when you're using a hashtag, you want to find a hashtag that is niche enough that's going to allow your audience to find you, and always think, what might this person be looking for in the search bar, and how would my video be the one that pops up? That's what I always think. I try to think backwards. What kind of hashtag would I be searching for that would lead me to this video or this post? Thinking backwards definitely helps with the hashtags. So the difference between tagging is actually in the post edit. And when you're editing, you have the ability to either tag or collaborate with another account. And when you tag another account, it'll show up in their tagged feed. When you collaborate with someone, it'll show up in their regular feed. But either way, the person that you're tagging or collaborating with has to accept it. And that is exposure through their feed, not through the search engine. The search engine is for the hashtag. The tagging and collaborating is through someone else's, another influencer or another content creator's feed. Good question. Really good question. Yay. Christian, you have your hands up?
My question is, have you done any YouTube videos of this topic, and are you continuing to do YouTube videos of posting with purpose?
Good question. I actually don't. I do not have any YouTube videos on posting with purpose, but I plan on it. Yes. Would that be a helpful platform to educate you more on?
It would help a bit.
Do you prefer YouTube over Instagram or TikTok videos?
It would be a nice add addition.
Beautiful. Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that. I have a lot to say and a lot to share, but that's why I created this book. If you would like a copy of Posting with Purpose, How to Use Social Media for a Force of Good, please let me know or let Judy know, and I will send you a free copy just for joining this workshop, a free digital copy. I'm going to send all of you a version. We call it the teen edition, and it just has a little bit more on safety. So I'm most likely going to be sending you that version. Just know that if you're not a teen, it still applies to you. Okay, well, if anyone else, if that's all for today, I just want to say thank you all for having me. Please message me online if you have any more questions. You can find me at Phelece Social or Alexa Phelece or Everybody Deserves Love on just about any platform. And I will work on YouTube content.
Alexa, I'd like to thank you for joining us today and for a really helpful discussion. And everybody, I started a new thing, which is when this webinar is over, you're going to get 3 questions about the webinar. And it's so that I know whether what we're covering and who we're having and the material that we're sharing is of value to you. So if you can answer the questions, it's only 3 and it'll just take you a minute and it'll help us improve what we make available to you. So thank you. And thank you so much, Alexa. Thanks everybody for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Yes, thanks, Alexa. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Alexa. Bye.
Bye.